50/50 is a comedy about cancer, in which a 27-year-old played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt learns of his cancer diagnosis and then struggles to beat the disease.
I think you're making a big mistake.
What?
Don't do this.
What are you talking
Please
about?
don't do this.
You said you liked this
You're gonna
idea.
look stupid,
You said
man.
you would do it.
You're gonna look weird.
Come on, let's just do it. Wait a minute. What do you use these for?
My body.
Now, I know what you are probably thinking. A comedy about cancer? Really? I thought the exact same thing when I heard about this film, but in a good way. I am the type of person that can easily find humor in any situation, which can be good and bad because sometimes people give you a look if you think something's funny that's not to everyone else. And while I have not directly experienced loss from cancer, knock on wood, I can easily appreciate how tragic that can be, of course, and I understand that it's a touchy subject. But I'm so glad that a comedy about cancer came around because it shows how you can be optimistic, I suppose, and how there are funny things that go along with even the worst things in life. And, and you have to look at that and appreciate that, especially when you're down at your darkest time. You have to appreciate the good things and the funny things and stuff like that, and I think this film did that perfectly, and I thought that it was excellent. The story is simple enough. Joseph Gordon-Levitt finds out that he has cancer, and then he goes through the motions of what people do when they have cancer. And the good thing about it is that I honestly didn't know whether or not he would survive. And I'm not going to say, obviously, if he does or not. I'm not going to talk about that because I want you to see the movie and find out for yourself. But throughout the whole film, you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, for me at least, I didn't know what was going to happen. And so, you see him, he's unsure himself, of course, and so he's all right with it for a while because he thinks, I'll beat it, and then he gets worried, and it's really, it's back and forth, it's very real, but it's a light-hearted look at it, even though it does get very emotional, of course, and it gets very serious. Overall, it's almost like a laughter is the best medicine type of look into cancer. And I don't want to talk on that too much just because, like I said, I have not directly experienced that, so I can't speak to how people feel about that, but as someone who has not experienced that, I would think that people would not dislike this film. I would think that people would like it, even if it touches close to home, of course, or if it strikes an emotional chord in you. I think they did a great job of not making it offensive in any way because people get very easily offended by things like this, and I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't think that it was at all. I think that it was very classy, and it was very, very funny. And I think the fact that they were able to do that, make it funny but not make it offensive, is just fantastic. The acting, like I mentioned, was very good. I thought that the relationships were built very, very well. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, one of my favorites, he was excellent. Seth Rogen, I thought was really, really great, and I was very surprised by him in this movie. I believe the way it goes is Seth Rogen experienced this with a friend, and so I guess he kind of they came up with the story and everything, and so it was like a personal thing for him, which I think is great. That was very cool to see him in the movie. That is something that he's experienced. And Anna Kendrick I thought was great. I was a little worried that, there would be like the romantic aspect would be kind of corny, but I thought they did a really great job with that. And Bryce Dallas Howard I thought was very good as well. She played her part. It was kind of, the character itself was kind of minimal, but I think she did a good job with it. And just overall, I thought that 50/50 was a great film. I thought that it was very funny, very well done, not offensive, which is, like I said, I think a great combination that they were able to do that and make it funny. And I loved it. I loved 50/50. So let me know in the comments what you thought of 50/50. Please let me know if you have directly experienced loss due to cancer and how you felt about the film, or if you're like me, you haven't, what you thought of the film. I'd like to know how people stand on it with different experiences. Let me know what you thought of the acting. Let me know if you thought that it was well done, keeping it funny, but also keeping it classy and not being offensive, or did you think it was offensive? I didn't, but maybe you did. Let me know. Just let me know anything you thought about 50/50, and that's pretty much it.
You really think that a girl's gonna go for me just because I have cancer?
For the millionth time, yes!
Great song.
Totally.
I have cancer.
I was wrong.
Nice to meet you.
It was weird. It's weird like that.
No, that's
it's not.
too
It
soon.
doesn't sound cool.
No.